John Terry captained Chelsea to 5 Premier League titles, but his lifestyle is in complete contrast to what many people might think. From his early beginnings and career to his countless affairs, strange lifestyle, net worth, and controversies, this is John Terry's terrible lifestyle. John George Terry was born on the 7th of December 1980 in Barking, England, to Mrs. Sue and Mr. Ted Terry. Young Terry grew up alongside his older brother Paul. It's quite ironic that as a child, Terry was initially a Manchester United supporter. His parents enrolled him at Eastbury Comprehensive School, which was where he played for their local Sunday League team called Senrab. That team also featured stars such as Sol Campbell, Jermaine Defoe, and Ledley King. Terry then joined West Ham United's youth academy when he was 11, playing as a midfielder. 3 years later, he would join Chelsea's academy. Following shortage of defenders at some point in his youth career at Chelsea, Terry was converted to a centre-back. After finishing school, Terry waited on the club's youth training scheme before signing his first professional contract a year later. Terry made his debut for Chelsea in October 1998 after making only a handful of appearances that season. He was sent on loan to Nottingham Forest for a year. The defender then finally established himself in Chelsea's first team in the 2000 and 2001 season, eventually winning the club's Player of the Year after 23 starts in the league. Following the departure of the club's captain, Marcel Desailly, at the end of the 2003 and 4 season, Terry was chosen by new Chelsea manager Jose Mourinho as the club's captain. The Blues would go on to win their first premiership in 50 years in record-breaking fashion, finishing with the best defensive record in the league's history and with the most points at the time, and the rest is history. Over the course of his 19-year Chelsea career, Terry won 5 league titles, 5 FA Cups, 3 League Cups, the Europa League, and the biggest of them all, the UEFA Champions League. The Englishman remains one of only 6 players to have made over 500 appearances for the Blues, having made a total of 717 appearances. Terry built a reputation as a commander and a no-nonsense person at the heart of the defense. His aerial presence, strength, aggressive tackling, dynamic leadership, and ability to read the game were exceptional, and they often compensated for his lack of pace. Terry also excelled in the opposition box, which is why he remains the club's all-time highest scoring defender with 67 goals for Chelsea. Terry made the PFA Team of the Year as well as the UEFA Team of the Year on 4 occasions each. Terry became the first captain to lift the FA Cup at the new Wembley Stadium when Chelsea beat Man United in the final in 2007. Probably the lowest point in his Chelsea career was when Terry missed his penalty kick in the shootout against Manchester United in the UEFA Champions League final. Following his departure from the London club in 2016, Terry spent the 2017 and 18 season in the Championship with Aston Villa before retiring in October, 2 months shy of his 39th birthday. On the international stage, Terry earned 78 caps for the England national team between 2003 and 2012, scoring 6 goals. However, off-field controversies affected his captaincy and eventually led to his retirement from international football in 2012. Upon his retirement from football in October 2018, Terry was appointed as the assistant head coach of Aston Villa, a role which he held for 3 years before returning to Chelsea on a consultancy role in January 2022. He's currently the club's academy coach. John Terry's career is what most people can only dream of, but we can't say the same about his personal life. Terry is married to his childhood sweetheart, Tony Poole. Tony is a fitness enthusiast and horsewoman who once competed in dressage sessions for England. The couple's wedding took place in Blenheim Palace in Oxfordshire in June 2007, with popular stars gracing the event. A year earlier, the couple had welcomed a set of twins, a boy and a girl, in Westminster, London. Getting married to John Terry isn't without its own problems. Tony has had to cope with dozens of rumors of John's extramarital affairs. Even the former player himself has confessed to cheating on his wife in interviews. Perhaps the most famous of all of Terry's escapades has to do with the last name we just mentioned, Vanessa Paranzo. Terry's affair with Vanessa sparked a nationwide protest and eventually culminated in his dismissal as England's captain. Vanessa was the wife of Terry's best friend, Wayne Bridge, and it was reported that Terry took advantage of a rough patch in the couple's relationship. Some sources even went as far as saying that Terry got Vanessa pregnant and later helped her to get an abortion. Well, if that really happened, it must have been messy. Bridge never shook hands with Chelsea's former captain after the incident. Having said all that, here's what John Terry's lifestyle looks like. A busy social media presence helps us have a closer look into the Chelsea legend's lifestyle. Often, he is out on the golf course, or you might find him dining at fine restaurants, spending quality family time, and occasionally sharing his future plans with followers. Known for his discipline with regards to fitness, Terry still wakes up early to follow a workout routine designed by his personal trainer to ensure that he doesn't gain excess weight as he ages. His routine includes a blend of cardio and strength training to keep himself in top shape, but at the end of the day, family is the biggest priority for the former defender. He stated that he left Aston Villa due to family reasons, and earlier this year, he celebrated the 17th birthday of his twins by gifting each of them a £41,000 brand new Mercedes A-Class AMG line Premium Plus model. Terry is a real estate tycoon, so he has many properties scattered across different locations. It's kind of what you expect from someone who has made almost £20 million in property deals. Terry recently bulldozed one of his mansions to build two bigger structures, a 6-bedroom and a 4-bedroom that would include a kitchen diner, family room, bar, games room, drawing room, pool, and gym. The property is located in the Surrey area of Oxshott, which is just a 10-minute drive from Chelsea's Cobham training ground. It is just one of the numerous smart property moves that Terry and his wife Tony have made over the last decade. When it comes to cars, the football legend is clearly in the lead too. He owns one of the most expensive Ferraris, an incredibly rare Ferrari Enzo that is worth £2 million, which he only uses for special occasions. The ex-Aston Villa coach also has a Ferrari 458 Spider, which he uses daily. This one costs about £170,000, and then we've got a stunning Ferrari Testarossa for a starting price of £150,000. Other rides in John Terry's garage include a Bentley Continental GT, Range Rover Overfinch, and a Rolls-Royce Wraith. Since retiring from his hefty £170,000 a week playing career 5 years ago, John Terry has set his sight on property development and coaching. As England captain, Terry earned about £6 million from lucrative sponsorship deals, but his countless off-field issues led to his dismissal from many ambassadorial roles. Terry's salary at Chelsea's academy is probably nothing compared to what he earned over the course of his career. But putting it all together, we expect John Terry's net worth to be around $43 million. To his credit, the ex-Aston Villa coach is actively involved in various charitable causes as well as social initiatives. In 2016, Terry paid £1,600 for the funeral costs for an 8-year-old Chelsea fan who died of leukemia. Also during the pandemic, he auctioned some memorabilia from his playing days to raise money for the Make-A-Wish Foundation, Chelsea, and Westminster Hospital. These are just a few of Terry's numerous philanthropic acts. However, controversies have soiled his name to a great extent. In 2011, John Terry was found guilty of racially abusing QPR defender Anton Ferdinand in a game. As a result, he was banned for 4 games and fined £220,000. Remember that a year earlier, he had been accused of sleeping with his teammate's wife. Back in 2009, the Englishman was reported to have taken money from a reporter for a private tour of Chelsea's training ground. A year earlier, in 2008, the former Bluesman was fined £60 for parking his Bentley in a disabled bay just outside a Pizza Express restaurant. In 2002, the ex-defender was involved in an altercation with a bouncer at a nightclub in London and was charged with an affray. Terry has urinated publicly on the floor at clubs. He was also fined 2 weeks' wages by Chelsea for harassing American tourists at the Heathrow airport after the 9/11 incident. His family hasn't helped matters either, with John's father previously involved in cocaine deals, his mother and mother-in-law guilty of shoplifting, and his elder brother also guilty of sleeping with the partner of a teammate.